Greetings and welcome to Sunlight Refuge. For the name of the game is motivation, inspiration, and growth. Hi everyone, my name is Tracey, and if you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So, the Creator has a plan for you. The question is, do you have a plan for yourself? Right? So, the question that I pose to you today is, are you prepared for the life that's waiting for you, or are you simply off track? By the end of this video, you will know where you stand in the game of life. So there's a quote: a goal without a plan is just a wish. So we don't want to be out here just making wishes. We want to make tangible plans to get us to the life that we have been promised and the life that we have envisioned for ourselves. So if that's you, stay tuned to the end of this video, and I'm going to provide you with the 4 things that you can do in your daily life that will keep you on your road to success, right? So like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, just dive into the channel, right? And be a part of the community. Okay, so 3 questions. Have you, do you, and will you? Have you, do you, and will you? So you're like, what you talking about, Tracey? All right, let me explain. So when you're moving and preparing yourself, you got to ask yourself, have I visualized and affirmed the life that I'm headed towards, right? Because it all starts with the vision. It starts with that vision. You got to take the steps to create the life that you want. It goes beyond I wish, I hope, I pray. It takes action, right? So have you visualized? Have you taken the time to map out your life? What do you envision for your life? And what steps are you taking to get there, right? Before you can get there, you got to know where you're going. And here's the thing. Okay, so I was thinking, you've been doing this all your life. What do you mean by that, Tracey? Well, I'm going to take it old school. Have you or do you remember the game MASH? Right? Oh yeah, y'all remember the game MASH, where you decide what your life gonna look like, who you gonna marry, what kind of job you gonna have, how many children you gonna have, whether you gonna live in an apartment, whether you gonna live in a mansion, a shack, a house. You remember that? So we already know how to manifest. We already know how to visualize the life that we want, right? So if you're not doing it, do it. You've been doing it. Now you just got to make sure that you actually put the intent and understand that you actually are shaping your reality, right? Because it all starts with the vision. So you've been doing it. You're capable of creating. You just got to make sure that you stay on that path. Stay on that path, right? So get a clear vision. Do you have a vision for your life? What's your vision? Everybody always like, I want to be a millionaire. Okay, so what's the plan? You don't just wake up and become a millionaire. You don't just wake up and become a CEO. You don't just wake up and become a mom. Do you see what I'm saying? It's all about creating that vision. And when you create that vision, it's all just about creating your blueprint, your purpose work blueprint. Who are you? What am I going to do? Right? And so you got to get that vision to know How are you going to curate that? Yeah, you got to curate that. You got to know where you're going, to know the things that you have to learn, the people you have to be in cahoots with. You know what I'm saying? The people you got to link up with, the people that you got to learn to know, the groups you got to start being in, right? Because you can't do it by yourself. You need a team. So have you thought about what all it takes for you to create that dream life, that life that has been, that will be given to you, right? So with that said, do you live the life that you want to live? Let me tell you, when you're visualizing, do you visualize based on where you are now, or do you visualize based on where you're going? Right? Something simple, house hunting, right? If you making however much money, do you look at houses based on how much money you have now, or do you look at houses based on where you're going? Right? Do you look at your dream house of what you can afford right now, or do you look at your dream house as if where I'm going, what I'm going to be able to afford, where I'm moving to, right? So it's really important when you're visualizing, don't visualize where you are, visualize where you're going, right? Because that's when you're going to go beyond the now. You're going to go beyond your limited, or haven't really thought out all the way, or haven't really created all the way. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, the sky's the limit, right? Because once you can see it, you'll make tangible steps to achieve it, right? So do you visualize in the now, or do you visualize in the future, right? All right, so next, do you have people, places, and things that is going to enhance your vision, that is going to propel you, right? Because not everybody is going to be those people that you need to help elevate you. So do you have people, places, and things that are in place now and for the future, right? Get with people who are there where you're trying to go. You don't have to know them personally. We live in a digital age right now. Everybody got content. Everybody got books. Everybody got workshops. You know what I'm saying? So tap in whichever way you tap in. But tap in, right? Because they know. So you got to make sure that the people around you is good people, because for every new level comes a new devil just waiting to knock you off your mark, right? And I think about dodgeball, right? Dodgeball wasn't just a game. Dodgeball was a way of life. Let me explain. So what's the objective? You got two teams. The ones with the balls is trying to hit you and knock you out, right? So that's like the devil trying to knock you off your mark, trying to get you out the game. And they ready. They be having bloodlust eyes. They ready. They're trying to knock you out. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you being prepared for this, right? So, which goes into, will you prune the things that need to be pruned out of your life in order for you to flourish, right? You think about plants. You gotta prune, you gotta cut, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? And then it'll grow. You gotta be in that pruning phase to grow, right? And what that looks like, you gotta kick these old habits. If it's not propelling you, You got to kick the old habits. Sitting down with social media all day, just getting fluff information, entertainment information, that's not bettering you, right? Smoking, that's not bettering you, right? All these vices that they have out there, just sitting down not doing nothing all day. How is that going to get you from here to here if it's not elevating you from here to here? Friends, some friends is cool with just kicking it, talking about what they gonna do, and never really moving, or just cool with, just work my little 9 to 5 and, stay in my little place or whatever and just do my little thing every week. You know what I'm saying? Not going nowhere. You got to be mindful of that. The things that you do, if the habits that you currently have is not elevating your life, you got to kick it. You got to kick those old habits. And old habits die hard. So it's going to take your diligence. It's going to take your consistency and your devotion. Devotion. Right? So, have you, do you, will you? These are the things you got to ask yourself when you are wanting to move forward, because it got to go beyond the want. What are you doing? Right? What are you doing? Because that's what's going to set you apart. I want this car, but what are you doing? I want this house, but what are you doing? I want this family, but what are you doing? What are you doing? What you do on a daily basis is going to be the biggest influence in shaping your reality. Right? So you have to make sure that what you are feeding yourself is actually nourishing you, you know what I'm saying? To elevate, to exceed, to get you where you're going, so you don't get caught in the rat race, so you don't get caught in, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes that means you got to be the first. Sometimes you don't have nobody to ask. That's cool. You got God. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so what do you want your 2025 and beyond to look like starts now. What you want your 2025 life to look like and beyond starts now. I know they're always talking about New Year's resolutions and things of that nature, and then how you fall off and stuff like that, because you gotta be committed to it, and don't start just dumping everything on you, because there's so much you're gonna have to learn. So take them into little steps so you can execute them, and when you look back, you'll see how much you checked off your list, right? So you got this. God has already prepared you. God has already created your path. You just got to go and live it. Don't let this world, don't let the masses, you know what I'm saying? Don't let that get you off your mark, right? Because you was made for bigger and better things, not to be used for somebody else's gain, right? You gotta have to understand that only God uses me, nobody else, right? Okay, so I made this note. Okay, so it says when you work Oh, when your work is part of your life's purpose, every moment becomes meaningful, right? So when you know who you are and how you are going to contribute to humanity and helping humanity, every interaction, every moment becomes that important. You are important, right? And we need each of us to be operating in our highest level. You know what I'm saying? I teach my children, sure, you can write sentences, but let's work on super sentences so we can make the best paragraphs, right? So that's the message, right? So, as promised, the 4 things that you can incorporate in your life on a daily basis that will help you on your road to success. First, visualization. Visualize. Know what you want. Know where you're going. 2, preparation. You got to prepare for that vision. You got to prepare for that life, right? Consistency. Don't fall off. Create you a plan that's going to allow you to be consistent with it, because it's going to take repetition. And 4, community. We can't do this by ourselves. Create that tribe that's going to help elevate you and motivate you into being the person that you are meant to be, to help you on your journey, right? Visualization, preparation, consistency, and community. That's it. Follow these things and you will see that you're on your way. You can achieve your dream life, the life that was created for you, the life that's waiting for you. Okay? So thank you for tuning in. I wish you all the best, and tune in next week, and let's continue to grow the channel and help each other, because we are our community. Okay? So till the next time, be great and have a wonderful day.